Okay then lads, welcome back to 99Sport. This is the gossip table. We're going to be looking at transfers. Manchester United are set to be signing Julian Alvarez as their first signing. We'll be looking at that. Arsenal are also closing in on a transfer of Alexander Isak, beating Barcelona to the signature of the Real Sociedad player. We'll be discussing that as well in depth. Erling Haaland wants Real Madrid, not Barcelona. I mean, it's interesting how things really can change because a couple of weeks ago, Barcelona were really leading that race to take Erling Haaland there. It looks like it's going to be Real Madrid that sign him, and a couple of other transfers. Newcastle, what are they on? They do have the money. What exactly are they going to be doing with it in this January transfer window? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. We're very, very close to 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you make it happen. Every day on a daily basis, lots of content on the channel. Make sure you do subscribe. Let's start off with Manchester United, who are very, very close to signing in their first January signing, and that's gonna be Julian Alvarez, the man from Mexico. Again, this is according to Nicolas Shearer, and he said, if you can look at it, confirmed today after the game against Wolves, there will be a meeting at Manchester United between Julian Alvarez's agent, that is Hidalgo, and Manchester United to reach an agreement. Manchester United are ready to offer a contract until 2026 to the River Plate striker. Transfers hashtag Manchester United as well. So that is Nicolas Shearer confirming that Manchester United will be signing Julian Alvarez. Now, he is a striker. Of course, we know that United are looking for a striker. They've been linked with a couple of them. Erling Haaland, they've been linked with Dusan Vlahovic, they've been linked with so many strikers. But with Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment going out, and Edson Cavani as well, of course he's already aging. Anthony Martial is also looking at an exit. They're looking at bringing in a new striker, and Julian Alvarez is could be the perfect deal. Look, he's playing way down in River, at River Plate. It's very, very different. He's a very, very young striker, 21 years of age. I think with Ralf Rangnick at the wheel, we're going to see more of Manchester United signing players that, the world didn't know, because that's what they do. The likes of, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, the likes of Ralf Rangnick, that's what they do. Players that suit their style are known everywhere. So Julian Alvarez, of course, they've been linked with players like Watts as well. They've also been linked with players like Amadou Haidara as well. So I think, the 4-2-2 formation that he wants to play is not going to suit every player in there. The likes of Mason Greenwood, the likes of Marcus Rashford, yes, they could be playing in there. They might not play in there. We do not know who is fit for that system and who is not fit. But at least for sure, we know that players like Jadon Sancho that are really talented, that are really technical, are good for that. So Julian Alvarez will be Manchester United's first signing. Let's wait and see what's going to happen out of that. Moving on. Newcastle have also agreed a deal with Atletico Madrid to sign Kieran Trippier. That is also done and dusted. It is confirmed. Newcastle really need a lot of investments. They need a lot of reinforcements. I've said it before that if Newcastle are going to survive relegation, they will need to spend around not less than 70 million in this January transfer window, and they need to spend it right. So I think the transfer of Kieran Trippier makes a lot of sense, and it shows you the direction they are willing to take and the level, the length and heights they're willing to take in terms of surviving in terms of surviving relegation. Because look, Kieran Trippier, you don't sign Kieran Trippier and end at that. I think it's a statement signing. It's a very, very good signing. Trippier has played in the Premier League. He already knows the league. He would love to come back to the Premier League. Of course, a couple of clubs have been linked with him. Manchester United last summer, we thought they were going to sign him. Arsenal last summer as well. They were interested. They wanted a fullback, and you thought they would go for Kieran Trippier. But now it looks like Newcastle is set to be signing Trippier, and I think it's a very, very good signing because Eddie Howe, if you look up at him as a manager, he really likes those players that are really technical. He just likes those players that are, that are good enough to do what they're supposed to do. You look at the likes of Saint Maximin. You look at the likes of Carl Wilson. I think he's gonna do a reshuffle. They will need to do a reshuffle at Newcastle. Trippier, very good signing. If they can add 3 or more signings to that, then they do stand a chance to survive relegation. And I think Eddie Howe is really doing a very good job in terms of that. So Trippier to Newcastle, agreement in place that is also very close. Arsenal are also very close to beating Barcelona, to signing Alexander Isak. That deal is also reported to be close according to El Nacional and sources from Spain. They are saying that Arsenal will be beating the club themselves, Barcelona. Now Real Sociedad do not want to sell to Barca. They see Barca as direct rivals. They don't want to sell to them. They want to sell to a club that is far abroad, that is far away from Spain. And Arsenal are the club that is really next in line after Barcelona in that deal. So probably we could see the man himself, Alexander Isak join Arsenal. Arsenal need a striker. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is not going to be playing with them anymore, and I think the striker situation at Arsenal is quite more interesting or fascinating than it looks. Because look, in the summer, Arsenal might not have any striker available. Like I said, he's not signing a new contract. He might sign a pre-agreement with another club abroad. You might see Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang leave as early as January. Balogun is leaving in January on loan, and Edin Nketiah has not changed his mind. He wants to go to Germany. He wants a club that's going to give him game time. So in the summer, Arsenal might not have a striker around. I mean, they have 4 at the moment. They might have none in the summer. It's quite fascinating. And Romano has actually come out and confirmed that Arsenal will be looking to get in a new striker. They've been searching for the right option for months and months. They're looking for their striker. In the summer, they wanted to get in Lautaro Martinez. It was a very good deal, but of course, Lautaro Martinez objected to the idea of playing for Arsenal. Now, Alexander Isak, if you look at the profile of the player, fits in very well at Arsenal. He's already played 110 games for Real Sociedad since 2019 and scored 40 goals. I think his goal involvement is okay for a player who's of his age, around 21 years of age. He is okay. 110 appearances. You look at 47 goal involvements in terms of assists and goals. He's right. This season is not, it's not yet, okay. It's not yet, having the season of his life. But of course, you guarantee that it's gonna be very important player. One of the most rated players in La Liga at the moment in terms of young talent. Alexander Isak. If Arsenal gets him, it might not be their priority, because if you look at rumors elsewhere, Vlahovic is their priority, and a couple of other a couple of other strikers that we want there at Arsenal. But think about it. Alexander Isak, less competition. That means you could get him at a cheaper price than than other players like Vlahovic or Oli Watkins, because Oli Watkins is English. You've got to pay the English premium and things like that. So let's wait and see what's going to happen with Isak. But that's a very good deal there for Arsenal. Barcelona, on the other hand, have agreed a second deal for January, and that will be Alvaro Morata. Now, Barcelona have reached an agreement to sign Alvaro Morata with Juve and with Atletico Madrid as well. So what is happening with Barca is they need to bring in some players. Of course, they can't register them at the moment. They can't register Ferran Torres as well. They will need some players to get out of the window, the likes of Coutinho and a couple of other players, Samuel Umtiti and a batch of other, at the moment, players that could be a little bit, termed as, useless. So what is happening is they wanted to get in a striker. They wanted Alexander Isak. Erling Haaland was the priority. Of course, we know that. Isak and Dusan Vlahovic. Those are the 3 priorities they had. But what is happening is that they can't sign any of them. The transfer fees of these players are really astronomical. That is one of them. And the wages players like Erling Haaland and Vlahovic will be asking for, they are also very astronomical. So what is up? I think it's a good deal for Barca financially. They get in Alvaro Morata on a 6-month loan deal just to correct the situation at Barcelona, try to make sure that they qualify. And in the summer, they have an option to buy him. They could buy him. They could not buy him. It depends on how the player will do under Xavi. I think it's a very good transfer strategy. Get in Morata. And of course, you have now Depay, Ansu Fati, Morata, and Ferran Torres. I think that forward line will be good enough to, at least to give you an average of 2-3 goals per 90. And then, in terms of midfield, you also have, some good talents in Pedri and Gavi that can help you, balance, balance the system. I think Morata to Barcelona, good deal in terms of finances, in terms of on field. I think they should be going for players like Patrick Schick. I don't know, but they should think about players like Patrick Schick. I think he can become world class. Cheap at the moment, playing in the German Bundesliga. I don't see a very big difference between the German Bundesliga and the Spanish La Liga. I mean, it's so similar. But anyway, Morata, there is an agreement to join Barcelona, and that deal will be official very, very soon. I'll be letting you know about it. Madrid could be set to sign the future. This will be quite interesting because they're very close to signing Kylian Mbappe from PSG on a free. That deal for me is as good as done. It's only paperwork. It's only paperwork. So Erling Haaland will be signing for Real Madrid. 99% chances. Of course, I've seen the likes of Romano trying to a bit around the bush. This deal is gonna happen in the summer. He's gonna be a free agent and will sign for Real Madrid. That much we know. But what is scary is they'll be getting Erling Haaland if that deal goes through. So Erling Haaland has told his agent, who is Mino Raiola, that he wants to go to Real Madrid. Interesting. So imagine Madrid having Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. They will literally have two Ballon d'Or contenders that I think the Ballon d'Or could be shared among them for the next 10 years. Because if Mbappe doesn't win it, then Erling Haaland can win it. I mean, they'll have around 10 Ballon d'Ors for the next decade as Real Madrid. It's gonna make Barcelona really suffer a lot because they have lost Messi. Yes, Madrid lost Ronaldo, but if they get Mbappe and Haaland, I bet in the next 2-3 years they won't miss Ronaldo. How is Barcelona going to replace Messi? It's a big question. We've seen them try to sign Coutinho, Dembele, Griezmann, and things have really not really worked out. Those transfers really didn't work out. How are they going to stop Real Madrid if they sign Erling Haaland? They will be unstoppable. And lastly, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has received a bid from Al Hilal, so Arsenal could actually just get some little money out of that deal. As simple as that. 3 years. The player's priority is to stay around Europe. That is what he wants. He wants to stay in Europe. He wants to stay, around Europe. But for me, yes, Newcastle is an option. But I think if he goes to Al Hilal, he makes good money. And Arsenal can also get a very, very good transfer fee. I mean, it's a transfer win-win situation, isn't it? Anyway, that is the update. That is the gossip table today. A lot of talking points. We will have later. I think tomorrow. We will see what happens with Manchester United and Julian Alvarez after the game today. There is a meeting to reach an agreement, according to Nicola Shearer. I'll be letting you know of whatever happens there.